Hey guys, how's it going? Royal Rumble 2019 went down tonight. When the event started, there were 70 days until WrestleMania. When it ended, there are now 69 days until WrestleMania. This was a long show. Kickoff show started at 5 o'clock, ended a little before midnight, so around 7 hours total of WWE programming to go through. So let's get started because I got work early in the morning. First match was on the kickoff show. Rude and Gable take on the team of Razor and Dawson, a mixture of AOP and the Revival. Standard tag team match, nothing too special. Stipulation here was that if Razor and Dawson got the win over the tag team champs of Rude and Gable, then either the Revival or AOP would most likely get a tag team title shot. Not the case, since Rude and Gable got the win over Razor and Dawson in the opener. Next match on the card, Nakamura taking on Rusev for the United States Championship. This was an okay match. The Nakamura and Rusev kind of butted heads in the past before. Lana got involved here. Rusev accidentally ran into her. This allowed Nakamura to capitalize and get the win and regain the United States Championship. And this Lana injury would play a big factor later in the night. I'll get to that soon. After that, it was the Fatal 4-Way Cruiserweight Championship match. Hideo Itami versus Kalisto versus Tozawa versus Murphy. This was a fun match. Best match on the kickoff show. One of the better matches of the night. Frantic action, high-flying spots all over the place. All four of these guys look great. And it really showed why, to the casual WWE fan, why you need to tune in to 205 Live. Because ever since I think Triple H took over the 205 Live division, it's really taken off. And this match showed why athleticism was on full display here. Great match, highly recommend you watch it. In the end, Murphy was able to retain his Cruiserweight Championship. After that, it was Becky Lynch versus Asuka for the Women's Championship of SmackDown. This was a fantastic match. A lot of action, a lot of cool spots. These two were really working the arm bars and the other submission holds. And a bit of a shocker ending for me, not in terms of who won, but how it ended. Personally, I thought this match was a toss-up. I could see either Asuka or Lynch walking away with the belt. In the end, though, Asuka got the win via submission. She forces Becky Lynch to tap out. I was not expecting that. I thought a pinfall would be the way this match ended, but no. Lynch tapped out to Asuka in a shocking way to end what was a great match to start off the Royal Rumble show. After that, it was the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. Shane McMahon and The Miz challenging the Bar for the Blue Brands Tag Team titles. This was an okay match. There were some cool spots. Of course, you got the obligatory Shane McMahon high-risk spots. He jumped off the top turnbuckle to Sheamus on the outside after originally setting up to jump onto Cesaro on the announce table. He also went for a double coast-to-coast. He had Cesaro and Sheamus up in one turnbuckle. He went from the other one, jumped. Cesaro actually caught him in midair and turned into a giant swing, which was really cool. Did not matter though, as The Miz and Shane McMahon were able to win the SmackDown Tag Team Championships when Miz pushed Cesaro into the way of a bro kick. This allowed Shane McMahon to hit a shooting star press onto Cesaro for the pin and the win for the SmackDown. Or I think he either pinned Sheamus or Cesaro, but anyway, Shane hits a shooting star press. Miz and Shane McMahon are your SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Don't know where they're going with this. Either way, though, The Miz and Shane McMahon are an enjoyable odd couple tag team, much how Sheamus and Cesaro started out. I do see Cesaro and Sheamus getting their belts back, though, before WrestleMania. After that, it was the Raw Women's Championship match, Ronda Rousey versus Sasha Banks. This was another good match. You can really tell that the women's division has made a lot of progress since they started this give the chance movement and the Women's Revolution a couple of years ago. And yeah, these are two of the best matches on the card. Asuka versus Lynch, Rousey versus Banks. Rousey versus Banks was a really good match. Some good storytelling here. Doesn't look like this feud is over. Rousey was able to get the win with a Piper's Pit on on Sasha Banks, and in the end, the kind of tease that these two might battle it out a little bit. Continuing into the year, perhaps at Elimination Chamber, they might have their blow-off match, because after the match, Sasha went back and did the Four Horsewomen signal to Rousey, and that's what Rousey and her crew are called, the Four Horsewomen. So, very cool moment to see Banks do that to Ronda Rousey, but as I said, I do not think this rivalry is over just yet. After that, it was the Women's Royal Rumble match. There were some NXT call-ups here. Kairi Sane was one of the big names to be called up from NXT for this Women's Royal Rumble, but in the end, you will never guess who won this. As I said, Lana hurt her ankle, or she got hurt. Then that Rusev match, that played a big role in here. She could not make it to the ring. So Becky Lynch, the man, comes out, took her spot. She got the okay from Fit Finlay. She took her spot and wins the Royal Rumble. She last eliminates Charlotte, and she did this on one leg. After Jax was eliminated, she pushed Lynch off the steel stairs, and Lynch like tweaked her knee or whatever. Doesn't matter. The man is able to eliminate the Queen, and Becky Lynch is heading to WrestleMania for a women's world title match, hopefully against Ronda Rousey. That's the one everybody wants to see. We were promised that Survivor Series, didn't get it because of an injury to Becky Lynch, and these two have palpable chemistry. The electricity between the two is unbelievable. The crowd will be going nuts for Lynch, no doubt about it. WWE has a ton of money just in Lynch versus Rousey, the man versus the former UFC Bantam Women's Champion. It'll be insane if Rousey does challenge Lynch, or if Lynch does challenge Rousey. I hope that's the way WWE decides to go, and I'll be rooting for the man all the way. After that, it was the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match. Daniel Bryan versus AJ Styles. This was a solid match. The crowd, though, was exhausted from the Royal Rumble match. They weren't really responding to it, which is kind of a bummer. The ending, though, was just strange and seemingly out of nowhere. I feel like if the crowd wasn't exhausted from the Women's Royal Rumble match, the pop for the end would have been much better than kind of like a kind of sigh from the reaction from the crowd. Eric Rowan made his return and is apparently in cahoots with Daniel Bryan, I guess as like a sidekick or something. Daniel Bryan's gone this like super vegan, save the earth, kind of like reminiscent of CM Punk's Straight Edge Society gimmick from 2009. This is Daniel Bryan's version of basically calling people out for eating junk food and not taking care of the planet. And it looks like he got his first follower in Eric Rowan. There's a spot toward the end of the match where Daniel Bryan goes from enziguri, Styles ducks, Bryan kicks the ref. Styles clash on Bryan, but Rowan comes in the ring, chokeslams Styles. This allows Bryan to get the pin and the win to retain his WWE Championship. I don't think this match, or this feud is over. I could see them having possibly a blow-off match at the Elimination Chamber if the WWE title is not defended in the Elimination Chamber at the next pay-per-view. It'll be interesting to see where these two go from here, but I do not think Bryan versus Styles is over just yet. After that, it was Brock Lesnar versus Finn Balor. I wanted Finn Balor to win. You probably wanted Finn Balor to win. The rest of the wrestling world wanted Finn Balor to win just to get the belt off of Brock Lesnar. The guy's name alone is a big-time draw. I do not understand why they had the Universal Championship around his waist. Give it to somebody who's going to be on the show, Monday Night Raw, every week. Finn Balor would have been a perfect guy, I think, to take down Brock Lesnar since he only had the title for a day before he got hurt back in 2016. That was not the case. Brock was able to defeat Finn Balor, successfully retain the Universal Championship. Don't know where they're going to go with this, if they're going to keep the belt on Brock. There's still 2 more pay-per-views left, so they could take the belt off Brock or have Brock drop it, hopefully drop it, at WrestleMania 35. Following that, it was the Men's Royal Rumble match, and this was a fun match. More legend spots than the Women's Royal Rumble, mainly. The second entrant in the match was Double J, Jeff Jarrett, J-E-F-F-J-A-R-R-E-T-T, Jeff Jarrett. He was the number 2 entrant. That was a nice surprise. And then Kurt Angle, I think, came in at number 4. We also had Johnny Wrestling, Johnny Gargano, Aleister Black. Pete Dunne was in there. So a bunch of cool little surprises in the Royal Rumble. Not as much as years past, but, you know, a little bit. And in the end, the final 2 guys were Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins. I predicted Seth Rollins would win. WWE had been pretty much building up Raw throughout this entire year, and it showed why, because he did get the win. He won the Royal Rumble. He will challenge either Brock Lesnar or Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 35. Most likely Brock Lesnar, if Brock Lesnar is still the Universal Champion. I do not see him going to SmackDown, so he's going to definitely challenge for the Universal title unless WWE decides to throw a swerve our way. He ended up winning the Royal Rumble by curb stomping Braun Strowman on the apron to eliminate him to win the match. So that was the Royal Rumble 2019 in a nutshell. Quick, brief rundown of the entire 7-hour pay-per-view card. And yeah, that's all I got for you. It was a fun show. You can never go wrong with the Royal Rumble. Check out the Royal Rumble matches. Check out the Fatal 4-Way Cruiserweight Championship match. and check out the 2 women's championship matches, especially Asuka versus Lynch. That was probably match of the night in my opinion. That's all I got for you. If you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, check out my website, cincyfanzone.blogspot.com, and give me a follow on Twitter at Cincy Fan Zone. I'm also now on Instagram, so give me a follow on there at Cincy Fan Zone. Yeah, same thing as the Twitter account. So yeah, that's all I got for you. As always, guys, thanks for watching.